Welcome back, dear viewers. And as we know, establishing mutual trust with your existing employees is a great goal and the key to create whatever other culture you hope to achieve in your organization. If you and your employees are all willing to do the work, a culture of trust can be a reality. You should work for it. And that's why today we will talk about this important subject with Mr. Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. Mr. Hamza, welcome back to Hello Kuwait.
Thank you for having me as usual, and it's my pleasure to be around.
It's always a pleasure to enjoy your interesting subjects, and we're talking tonight about trust. And can you please tell us, how can we define trust and what is the exact definition of it?
Mr. Mohammed, the trust can be an abstract concept, but thanks to some of the professional talent developments, they were able to define some of the characteristic or traits of a person who is trustworthy, and that made it a little bit easy. So if we say that if you believe that my manager is honest, saying the truth, and sincere, and he or she is in no way is gonna harm me deliberately, then I would trust that person.
That's really great.
Yes. Yeah.
And what it comes to determination, when it comes to trust and determination, how can we determine trustworthiness?
Well, see, I feel that there is, if the person shows competencies, like he or she are able, and then if they are believable, like, you know, whatever they say, they act with integrity, they say the truth and people believe them.
They apply what they say also.
They apply what they say, then they are trustworthy, and then being, you know, able, believable, and then hopefully connected, meaning you are connected with your people, you're connected with your colleagues, you're connected not in a simple way connection. No, you know what they're all about, what's their needs and so on, and you cater for that. So you're not more self-centered, rather you are more for others and taking care of them. So when you are able, believable and connected, you would be dependable.
That's
so people
great.
will depend on you, rely on you, and whatever you say, you would do. So what you cannot, you know, when you promise, you fulfill that promise.
Exactly.
And I feel that, you know, and they, you know, funny enough, they come to A, B, C, D, which is Blanchard framework for building trust, being able and then believable, connected, and the D is for the which one? I'm examining you.
Less trustworthy, or
yes, the D is dependable. When you are dependable, people,
dependable.
Yes.
Yeah.
When people depend on you, you trust them, right?
I thought about the grades, you know, back
yeah,
in,
D, yes.
in college,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
D is always criticized.
You're right, of
yeah,
course.
Definitely.
No, but it's A, B, C, D. So
Yeah.
it's A, B, C. It's so simple
It's well
that
arranged.
you can remember it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, Sir Hamza, trust is something that needs to be earned. It doesn't happen overnight. So how can how can you as an employee or a manager earn someone's trust?
Yeah, by not like, for example, saying something and doing something else, by being authentic, by, you know, saying the truth. Even you know, some people they say it straight. They will not, you know, say, oh, am I? No, even if it's a customer who's buying from me, and I see that he's doing something wrong, I would tell him, no, this is not the way to use the product. That's the way. Some people will shy away and say, no, leave him. He will forget about it. You know, no, be truthful, be honest, be authentic. People will trust you, and usually, you know, as you said, it takes time, because you know, you can have a trustful relationship with a person, and after years, ربما, they do something that damage that trust, and it will break it down. So when you break it down, how do you rebuild that trust? And again, we have the 3 A's for building trust. So first, I have to acknowledge that I did something wrong for you and hurt your feeling or something. So I need to acknowledge it, sincerely acknowledge it. And then I have to apologize for what came out of me and change your feeling and got you hurt. And then take action to correct, action to correct some measures that taken place because the way I talk or the way I behaved that make you don't trust me. So I want to rebuild that trust. So I have to come back again genuine and use the 3 A's.
Exactly. That's why we need like a trust culture at work. So will you please, Mr. Hamza, explain to us why it's important to have trust culture in any type of work?
Even not at work, even in school, even in the community, even in charity work, even in the parliament and the ministries. It's a trust. When you have people working together, the foundation for those people to work genuinely together to achieve the goal, the foundation is the trust. Without foundation, you cannot build anything. So foundationally, trust is very important. And Gallup had a poll, and the result was astonishing. Like, for example, 82% of employees don't trust their managers. Imagine 82.
Horrible.
That's really dangerous.
Over the half.
Yes, 82% don't trust their manager. And then 50% of them are considering leaving the organization.
Always.
So, yes, so what happens to retention and keeping your good talent so they don't leave?
Exactly.
So trust is very important. And now, if you look at it in a culture that is filled with trust, you have 76% increase in engagement, employee engagement.
That's right.
And you know, billions of dollars are spent on employee engagement just to get the employee engaged in their work and loving their work. Here you have it. If you build a trust culture, you don't need to spend this much money.
Exactly.
And then
50%
when you have a trustful culture, 50% improvement in the performance.
Exactly.
In addition of that, 11% innovation, increase in innovation. People are becoming more innovative and creative. Why? Because they know they trust their boss, they trust their colleagues. If they fail, they will take care of them. But if there is no trust, I will be like just, you know, holding on my chair and I don't want to do anything else. Overprotective. And if I'm the boss and I don't trust you, I will just micromanage you. And you are an expert in what you do. I should let you, you know, do it.
Yeah.
But when I don't trust you, I'll be coming micromanagement and the relationship will break out. So that's why trustful culture is very important.
Definitely. It might lead also to other negative things like building the work environment as a conspiracy zone.
Absolutely.
To create conspiracies and try to trick the other employees or try to always use illusion with them.
Exactly. So you're not really working, you're not achieving the results.
Exactly.
You're just manipulating people.
Exactly. It comes the main thing, like instead of doing the work tasks.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, When it comes to the right action to do as trustworthy person in the situation, if you were ever given credit for something a coworker actually did, what can we do about this situation?
That's a funny thing.
It might create jealousy sometimes.
That story is always there. Like, if I understood you correctly, that somebody is taking the credit for the work that they haven't done.
Exactly.
And the other person who's done the work, he's not getting the credit. And that's really, demolish the trust level between any relation of that matter, because you have to give credit where it's due. Exactly. And you want to, even as a manager, you want to be vulnerable. Like, I didn't do the job, Mohammed did it, but because Mohammed is part of my team, I get a credit without even, asking for the credit, because there's another, picture for it. It's like when the department or the organization is doing very well, you look at your people and you say it's because of them.
Exactly.
They are the ones who are doing the work, not me.
Exactly.
And you put them in the stage. And when the opposite is happening, if the department or the organization is doing bad, no, you look at the mirror and you say it's because of me. I'm the leader. I'm responsible for.
Yeah.
So you take the responsibility, and that will keep your people will trust you more. And when they trust you more, they will work the extra mile. They will do extra stuff.
Exactly. One of the main things our viewers wondering about when it comes to the trust subject we're discussing now is the discovery reach. Like when you reach to a point that you discover someone at the work environment who are not trustworthy, how to act about it?
Well, usually there is a reason why they are not trustworthy. And if you are a good manager, you go and talk to them privately and find out why they are acting in this way. And make it clear to them that we as a culture, we love to trust each other. And if you had maybe he or she had a previous example with a manager or something that took the credit from them or have told them to do something, and then when something went wrong, he said, no, I didn't tell you. Who told you? Give me an email. Did I give it in writing? And blaming the other. So here the trust.
Try to deny it.
Yes, and here the trust will break, and then that person maybe will end up not trusting anybody and not being himself or herself as a trustworthy as well.
Exactly. Well, such an interesting subject we just shared, with our dear viewers, and thanks to you, Mr. Hamza, for this amazing subject. Do you have any last word or advice for our dear viewers when it comes to trust and trustworthy and work environment?
Well, I would say to our audience to really, apply the ABCD model. When you are able, even your family, whatever you say. Sometimes even with my family or with my colleagues at work, I would wanted to gift them something. I would not come up front and tell them I will gift you. I would surprise them. You know why? Because sometimes you cannot. Or the thing that you want to get them, it's no longer in the market. So you end up saying, oh, what you told me you're going to get me this, but you didn't get. So it's better not to say and keep it as as a surprise. It has a better effect, and then you don't become like, people will trust you because you didn't say I will do this, and then you don't end up doing it.
Exactly.
So being able and believable, and connect with people, connect with your team, connect with your sibling, connect with your family, connect with your friends in an empathetic way, then they will rely on you and you rely on them, and you'll become dependable. People will depend on you because you say what you mean and you do what you say.
Definitely.
But always by default, we should be trusting first. We should start from our end to trust. And they are saying, test before you trust. So test and find out, and then when you trust them, you trust them.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much again, Mr. Hamza, for being tonight with us on Hella Kuwait, and we cannot wait for your next subject next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear viewers, we just had with us Mr. Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. Now let's go to our third report of the evening, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.